way and not that way. Don't turn left, basically, yeah, the bloody pylons.
Right, yes, the bloody pylons. Right, nobody coming down.
Nobody coming down.
Farthing corner, Golf Romeo Romeo's lining up 06. Take this on the roll.
Yeah. Yeah, you know about the launch bump that's halfway down.
Don't?
No, well, there's a bump halfway down.
Full power. ASI alive. She could fly now. She is flying. I've no idea how high above the ground the sea Farthing corner is.
Same as Rochester.
Okay, so I've got 300 feet, speed safe, height safe, flaps going. Throttle back slightly.
There's the source of our problems down there, that Diddycoy camper, the ones that nick our fuel.
They don't have far to go, do they?
No.
Let's piss off over that way a bit and then you can have a goo.
Oh, go on then. We have to keep this side of the Isle of the Sheppey because of the new south end bit of airspace.
Alright. So that's Sittingbourne.
Yes.
So I can go over the top of Sittingbourne when I've got enough height.
Yep.
But we have to keep which side of the Isle?
Well,
we're not allowed over the Isle of Sheppey anymore.
Well, you can, but the line for, yeah, I mean, sorry, I'm being a bit overcautious. You can get close, but you don't want to be, the usual practice area, which used to be on the Isle of Sheppey and St Mary's Marsh, you can no longer use the bit that's by the western end of the Isle of Sheppey.
Yeah.
Because it's virtually in Southend's airspace, and St Mary's Island's completely in, sorry, not St Mary's Island, St Mary's Marsh is completely in Southend's bloody airspace now. And I don't know of anybody yet who's actually called up and said, oh, I don't want to transit, I'm just going to stooge around your bit of airspace doing some practicing, thank you. But it's on my list of things to do. To line people up.
Well, go on, then you can take it from now, and I'm climbing it out at about 80.
Lining up for runway...
You've got it all.
Oh, rudder's stiff, isn't it?
It is stiff. And it has changed its performance since we got it back.
Sensitive.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into a cruise climb so we can go over and do a bit of general handling, okay? We won't do any aeros, but we'll do some general handling. So cruise climb, because I want to save fuel, because I'm as tight as you are, you bring the prop back first. So I'll bring the prop back to about 22, the throttle back to about 22, and then when I bring the prop back to 23, the throttle will go back up to about 23, and then I can lean it almost to off point, and that is now economy cruise. That should cruise, that's pipsqueak leaning. That will cruise at about 95.
What sort of climb can I expect?
Bugger all, actually. I forgot we were going to do some climbing, but I'm just playing. So now we want to change it, so we'll go back up to 20, so it goes prop up, we go up to 25, and then we go fully rich again, just for the sake of argument, and then up to 25. It bit me today, actually.
Why?
Because I came through Southampton at 4,000 feet.
Yeah.
Which is reasonably high for us GA types. What happens is, at the moment, I could open the throttle greater than 25. I could get to 26, I might even get to 27.
Yeah.
But of course, the higher you go, you can't do that because the air pressure itself has gone down, outside air pressure has gone down.
Yes.
So what happens is, this is what I'm realising, is as I just keep operating it, if I go to do an aerobatic sortie, the whole point is to climb straight away, and you take off on full chat, and when you're on full chat, it's right down, when you're on full chat low near the ground, you can get it round about 30, and the prop will only go round to about 26, and so that's over square, which is not not very nice.
Right.
So you put up with it for the first couple of 100 feet of the climb, and then you pull the throttle back so that it's square, and then shortly after that, you can start going more and more and more throttle because you will not get more than 25.
Right.
And in fact, we'll probably not. See, look, I can. I've got to get higher than this, but basically when you're up to Aero's height, sort of 4,000, 5,000 feet,
Yeah, you haven't got that here though.
you can then be absolutely full chat without worrying about it. So I had it all set up to be 24 because I was going so slowly through Southampton at 4,000 feet. And as I let myself down and let myself down and let myself down, I've got to change this. And I looked down and I was on 25. It had crept round to 25 because the air pressure had gone up as I came down. And I don't think it would matter terribly much because it was only a smidge over and it wasn't for long. But nevertheless, if you were really getting radical, you could be over square and without realising it. If you're just doing a, oh, I better get down a bit, better get down a bit. More cloudier than there was.
Oh, it's nice, very light, isn't it?
It is very light. And bags of authority, so you can be hot and heavy and you can put it in a really dirty dive and get it up to 120 and then pull a few G and yank back on it and it goes right down to 80 and you land, you know. You can be quite rough with it.
Contact Golf Bravo Sierra November X-ray PA28. We're just approximately 2 miles east of Honington, 2,000 feet.
Oh, you might want to be on Rochester now, really.
Yeah.
I have. Sorry.
You have.
I'm a terrible backseat driver, as you know.
Yep. Oh, it comes in very useful.
Yeah, this is Alan off. That's the guy that flies with me most.
Oh yeah. Is Paul still flying? Or is he gone?
He hasn't flown since last year.
Right.
And he did a checkout, and then we haven't seen him again. I'm just trying to think if it's 3.5 or 4.5 here.
3.5, I think.
Yeah, I won't go up to 4.5 then.
If you take us back and get us set up for the landing and do it all, I'm quite happy.
Oh, Rochester? You want to go to Rochester?
Yeah, I want to go to Rochester, I want to get some fuel. Squelch comes in when you've got a little bit of G on.
Oh, that's interesting, yeah.
So at these settings, 25, 25, she can probably cruise at about 110, 115.
And it's quite, once you've got it set up, it's hands off, isn't it?
Especially now, yeah. Last time I flew it back to the engineers, they went out and played with the trim tabs again.
Rochester Golf Lima Alpha downwind runway 02.
Lima Alpha report final.
Lima Alpha will go.
Sort of friendly Julia. Actually, I don't think it is. Didn't sound like Julia.
The other girl did sound a lot like Julia, but isn't.
Yeah, there is one there that sounds like her, isn't. So which street should we go down through? Should we go back towards Detling and join from Detling?
It's completely up to you, Captain. I'm going to take over during the downwind leg. But I shall be shouting instructions to you to get it all slowed down for that purpose. But I'll tell you what, let's do this then. Pull the throttle back to 23, 22.
This is the throttle, isn't
Yep.
it? Where's the RPM? Oh, thank you.
No, that's the manifold pressure, sorry.
Right, sorry.
22, back a bit more, that's 22 and a half. There's 22.
Right.
Now pull the rev back to 23, actual RPM, because it's not a variable pitch propeller, it's a constant speed unit. There is a difference. That's it, and that'll come back up again, and now we can have a handful of lean. As we do the lean, you need to just below 2.
Which is fully rich. So you want
Forward,
this leaner,
backwards, yeah?
I'm going leaner and
You're going leaner and leaner until it comes to under 2. Because then that'll give us...
Like that?
Yeah, that'll give... Oh, that's a bit too much probably. But you've got the gauge there. We seem to be in a dirty dive anyway.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to get below this cloud, so we go up here to Detling.
But I'll do the calls just in case there's anybody else recognising my voice.
Yes. Yes, they'll expect me to turn up in a blue horizon.
Yeah.
And I'll probably say Golf Alpha Tango.
Yes.
So we go across through See, this makes a bit of a pinch point for us now. Because of the airspace, people coming up from the south coast come across here to avoid talking to Southend.
Yeah, I haven't looked yet.
Rochester, Golf Lima Alpha's final, runway 02. Full stop landing this one.
Lima Alpha, land at your discretion, surface wind 03020 knots.
Lima
Oh, this is a new chart, and I can't see anything about it.
We're on the other side. Oh, Southend?
Yeah.
That's not... Is that an up-to-date chart?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can't see anything about what? The airspace?
I couldn't see anything about the airspace.
Yeah, there's a great big circle class D airspace around Southend.
Right. Is it in as a permanent NOTAM or something? Or is
No,
it
it's changed completely now from the 1st of April.
Oh, there's Rochester. Look.
Yeah.
Can I call them?
Yeah, okay.
Where are we?
Well, we're overhead Farthing Corner.
Rochester information. Golf, Romeo, inbound.
Golf Romeo, Rochester information, pass your message.
Golf Romeo is a Bulldog inbound to you from Farthing Corner with 2 persons on board, currently overhead Farthing Corner. Request joining and landing information.
Golf Romeo, join for runway 02, left-hand circuit, QFE 1011.
101102 with a left-hand circuit, Golf Romeo. 1002.
Oh, don't think so.
Golf Romeo, say again, QFE.
Romeo, QFE 1011.
1011, Golf Romeo. I had it right first time. So we're landing on 02.
Yeah, so we're going to go across the...
So we've got to get it all sorted out now. So now what we do is we can close the throttle pretty much and gently put the pitch to fully rich.
Fully rich?
Yep.
Yep.
And now when you push the prop forwards, it will go up.
You want me to push the prop forward now?
All the way forwards. And then we
throttle back.
And then we can put the boost, and now you just fly it like a fixed prop.
Right.
And you can have 10 degrees of flat when we come in, when we get below 10, when you fancy it.
Okay, I'm just aiming for the numbers at the moment. 1,000 feet we're descending, so we don't want to descend.
2 surgery with touch and go.
Airspeed 90 knots.
Confirm taxi.
We come down, I do the circuit about 90 knots.
RPM, what do you have? On
About 16 when I'm landing, but I'm going to take over in a minute anyway, because I just want it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you got control? You have control.
Romeo, overhead the numbers.
Romeo, reports downwind.
Report downwind, Golf Romeo. It's 1,000 feet, the circuit height.
It is?
Low.
You're a bit low, yeah, 800. That was my fault, we came in about 950, so... But we don't have altitude police out today.
Golf Romeo, downwind 02.
Romeo, report final.
Report final, Golf Romeo.
Sounds like it could be Zoe or somebody.
Lima Alpha cross 34.
Lima Alpha 87.
Lima Alpha.
So the wind's going to be from my right.
Well, it's sort of off, it's from this direction. Yeah. You're left, in fact, at the moment.
Right.
No, wind's coming from over that way.
Okay.
So you're going to have it on the right-hand side of the windscreen when you're on final.
That's what I meant, yes.
Only slightly, what, 5 degrees or so? I forgot what she said the wind was, but... Well, there's the windsock now.
Definitely made the airfield, so we'll have full flap. Romeo, final 02.
Golf Romeo, land at your discretion, surface wind 03020 knots.
Romeo. Good.
Beautiful.
Bash the numbers. I can't remember what to do.
There's a right-hand turn over there somewhere. Yeah, there it is. You landed too short.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Here we go.
Yeah, you got it for a moment. You see the effect of, hang on, when we get into taxi.
I'm turning. Can you brake a little? Because I'm turning there.
You got brakes as well.
Oh, have I? I didn't realise I had brakes. RPMs. A little.